Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to do Justice Society of America issue number 14. We're going to continue the story covered by Alex Ross, and this is, Kingdom Come Superman. And without further ado, let's dive in because I have a lot to tell. Well, the story I want to show you because I'm going to spoil everything. Spoiler. Anyway, so we have Sandman here. So Sandman is, I don't know, sleeping problems, which is weird because he's the Sandman. And then Power Girl kept knocking on his door, and he says, "I'm sorry, it's so late." And congratulations on finding that little boy. It's a miracle he was alive. So it seems that they, I don't know, find a missing boy, but Sandman and Sandy here, Sandy, feels guilty about the excuse me, let me do that again. Traumatic experience that the boy's gone through, right? And she says, "You are real Crouch when you're tired." And I am, aren't I? You heard about the Heartbreak Slayer Superman ran into yesterday, the one blowing holes through the chest of anyone he deemed a false god. Sure, I was some low-level supervillain, right? He calls himself Gog. I'm not sure how low-level he is. Superman believes this idiot could end up having a disastrous impact on the society down the line if we don't put a stop to him now. What can I do to help? Can you still talk to dirt? So he says, I got a migraine when I do that. But Gog teleported away, but he left a handful of volcanic ash behind. Can you find out where it came from? He says, yeah, sure, after a cup of coffee. Meanwhile, Gog here is in battle with this guy. And the art looks fantastic. I mean, big fan of Dale Eaglesham art. Colors are great too, written by Geoff Johns, by the way. Colors by Alex Sinclair. So it's God talking, and he tells him how he became Gog, sort of, right? Now, who's this guy? Well, this guy is called Infinity Man. He is coming from the fourth world, right? And I believe a couple of New Genesis people, I'm not sure who it is, but they combine together, become then in the Infinity Man, and well, Infinity Man is basically eradicating evil from this world, as you can say here. The being I now confront is another pretender, one who hails from the fourth world, an inferior planet born out of decimation of the third. Infinity Man, he slays pretenders as I have, by incinerating their hearts. It's the only way to commit deicide? How's that? What's that? Anyway, it's the only way to kill a god. Gog has whispered to me, the fourth world will only bring war. So Infinity Man says, Gog is dead human. His time has passed. His power gone. But then he blasts him in the face, right? So they're battling still, but Gog has only one worshipper in you. Gog will never rise in power again. I have seen the future, a desolate world covered in nuclear death and shattered heroes. Take your war back to New Genesis and Apocalypse. Tell them Earth is under Gog's protection. But before he can blast him, he teleported away. Sandman is looking, right? Because he's found him probably. So meanwhile, at the in New York headquarters of the GSA, they talk about how to handle Gog, right? I always love these scenes. Poor Superman. Poor Cyclone. Jakeem's still hitting on Lightning here, right? What makes Gog so dangerous? That lame-ass helmet. He couldn't call himself Ram Man. It's probably a reference to Masters of the Universe, right? There is a Ram Man character in there. Anyway, so they decide to tackle the situation, right? And so Damage said, hey, he's only one man, and there's like 25 of us. We can stop him. If Gog isn't stopped, says Cal, he probably send your Earth into a spiral of chaos just like he did mine. How can one man change the world? Well, a lot of people can change the world if if it's one man, right? Superman says Gog will cause a domino effect, Tommy. Years from now, if he remains free, Gog will choose a successor. A man will take the name Magog and carry on his legacy. On my Earth, Magog inspired a new generation to hunt and murder their enemies. Kingdom Come, I repeat it, still one of the best comics out today. I have a lot to say about Mark Waid, but that book, man, freaking awesome. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. I don't do recommendations much because it's all personal opinions, and I would feel bad if I'm recommending books and you bought that book and you don't like it, and therefore wasting your money. I would feel terrible about it. So, but I can 100% say that this book, the Justice Society of America and Kingdom Come, 100% worth a buy. Do what you will with that. Anyway, so he says my world was a world without Justice Society. I didn't stop it then, but I'm going to stop it now, right? So they decide to go there, to find him. But then Alan says, hey, maybe you new guys should just stay here and let us handle it, right? But then, a lot of people are disagreeing with that. Even this guy called David, he says, hey, I'm a Marine, right? And his grandfather was Roosevelt, who started this crew. I didn't leave the Marines to babysit. I want to make a difference. And even Stargirl wants to chime in, right? But then, there's a little bit disagreement here. So Hartman says, if we don't make it back, Ted, we need someone who's been here since the beginning to keep the Justice Society going. Well, that's also true, right? But then Cyclone asks Starman what's going on because he's awfully quiet. Normally he was just talking and talking. He said, you all right? I wasn't Superman's Earth, Cyclone. I met Magog. If a Magog is born here, you all die in a war between heroes. All right, and then I forgot. What's her name? It says here. Lightning. Yes, Lightning is, short. She doesn't have control of her power yet. She's a newbie. Daughter of Black Lightning. And she is good at short-circuiting electronics. So there's a blackout. Hats. And we have Judo Master here, can only speak Japanese. And so he says, this guy says, hey, what happened? Whenever lightning comes in contact with something electrical, she causes a power outage. Apparently, that includes my T-spears. Everything should be rebooted in a few minutes. Right, so Jakeem is starting to, I don't know, he likes her, he wants to hit on her. I like this small interaction. She says, you don't have a girlfriend, do you? No, do you? Anyway, but then something happening. And Cyclone says, what is that? Well, so Gog is here and it looks freaking awesome. And I stabs Sandy through the chest. And it has this boom effect here, which I would think, wait a minute, is this a boom tube? Is this fourth world technology, right? Is this technology coming from Apocalypse? Or, maybe High Genesis or New Genesis? Not sure. Makes me wonder. I don't have answers yet. So they're all going into attack mode, and Cyclone, try to, I don't know, choke him, but he just, kicks her ass. Gog comes. And it actually looks great. And this guy's extremely powerful, right? But they can't see because there's still a power outage, right? But then Alan comes in. Kids, you heard our kids. Yeah, he's pretty sensitive about that, since he's a father. And not gay. Just want to throw that out there. I don't care what modern writers think. This guy's not gay. I don't give a shit. That's a retcon, by the way. Anyway, you saved us the trouble of coming to you, son. We'll thank you for that. Don't let him point his staff at your heart. You let Kansas die. Yeah, it was in the Kingdom Come. Again, check that out. It's really, these two were added in the Kingdom Come books. And Gog is super powerful, right? But Kingdom Come Superman is basically stronger than current this universe's Superman. And he still have a hard time to dealing with them. And now they have, he has the GSA at his side. So, and then we have some cool heroics, right? Like Steel grabbing this bus before it can run over people. So Hartman comes in. He's a badass. God, he bleeds like everyone else. But he gets it. Anyway, so Power Girl comes in. Amazing Man grabs then, or, you know, this guy. What was this guy again? Mr. America, right? The new Mr. America. So Amazing Man he's basically Absorbing Man for Marvel. He can, you know, touches everything and absorb his properties and attacks Gog. He's still too strong, right? And even Superman gets it. Your heart will burn like cancer, Superman. It looks so awesome, you know, with all this energy sparkling around. You ready to do the sun? Yes, a voice says. Wow, time to face the brightest day, Gog, and the blackest night. Wow, this is cool because this is Kingdom Come's Alan Scott Green Lantern and Obsidian. How did I come here? So that leads us to the next issue. Someone gets beat up. Bad. I like that. So guys, yeah, again, highly recommendation from me. 14 issues. I'm still reading this because I'm so much fun with this. Like I said, I do not do recommendations much, but definitely this is a recommend for me. Even the series that came before this, also a fantastic series. Maybe we're gonna tackle that in the future. But for now, this is the end of the video. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think about this. And I see you next time.